Iron Man goes out flying with Arsenal, the robot the late Howard Stark created to be his son, Tony's companion. He was thrilled to discover that Arsenal's armor works precisely like his, which Falcon claims is unsurprising, given that a Stark designed it. Iron Man proudly claims that Arsenal is his father's greatest invention, a real masterpiece. Captain America informs him that the ugly-ass Grim Reaper has broken through the perimeter. Iron Man finds Grim Reaper rampaging at a military base, but when he confronts him, Grim Reaper blows him away with an arcing slash. Iron Man tries to recover from it, but his armor's system is unresponsive, and he realizes that he was hit with an EMP during the attack. Arsenal flies out and catches Iron Man as they crash into a warehouse, explaining that his primary programming is to protect him. Grim Reaper enters the control room and launches a nuke missile at the Avengers tower. Falcon worries that the missile won't only take out the tower, but it will take out half the city. Captain America quickly radios Thor and tells him to return, informing him that a missile is headed for the city. Still suffering from the effects of the EMP, Iron Man orders Arsenal to intercept the missile. Thor catches up to the missile and tries to redirect its course. When he veers it towards the sun, Falcon warns him that the missile is programmed to detonate if it changes course, to which it explodes. When he thinks he has survived by himself, Arsenal shows up, and it then contains the explosion and smothers it. Grim Reaper is surprised that his plan failed when Iron Man shows up and catches him. Back at the tower, Hawkeye makes fun of Iron Man for making Arsenal an Avenger and jokes about how his coffee maker wanted to join. Iron Man wonders if stopping a 30-megaton missile was not impressive enough for him. Despite what Hawkeye thinks, Hulk and Thor are incredibly impressed and challenge him to a duel. Iron Man states that Arsenal still has tests to do, but Hawkeye claims that a machine will never have the battle instincts of a real, live human being. Iron Man takes offense and shows off that his arsenal is perfect, which makes him speechless. Later, bald-ass director Nick Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. calls in and complains to Captain America about the damage done to the city. Captain America explains that given that they have stopped an alien fleet of that size, it was commendable that they only suffered minimal collateral damage. Fury feels otherwise, and he shows them a picture of the ruined city, leaving them lost for words. Meanwhile, on the moon, the Watcher monitors the events unfolding on Earth and claims that the situation is dire. He states that there have been no traces of Thanos, notoriously known as the Warlord of Titan, being the closest to obtaining the elusive Power Stone. While contemplating, Thanos shows up before him and breaks into the Watchtower. Tony Stark picks up Arsenal's training and tests the Power Stone on a replica of an alien ship, which he obliterates in the sky. Iron Man worries that the energy discharge is seeping out of Arsenal and orders it to stop. Falcon states that the world ends every time Arsenal uses the Power Stone, but Iron Man claims that sometimes the entire universe ends. He explains that Arsenal cannot focus or control its power, but he can contain it. Despite being able to contain energy, Tony wonders where all the power goes. He tried checking Arsenal's schematics, but struggled to understand it, describing it like reading a foreign language. Iron Man claims that his father has always had problems with communication, and wonders why he never made an instruction manual. Arsenal claims that he did, so it then plays a recording of Howard Stark. When asked, Arsenal claims that he has 108 holographic recordings of his father in the system. Howard explains that Arsenal shuttles the excess power into a parallel dimension. If he had to, Arsenal could also bring the power back, but it would destroy him if he did. While Thor and Hulk are playing video games, Falcon quickly warns the others that a flying, flaming object is headed straight for the tower. The Avengers were surprised to discover it was the beaten-up Uatu, a Watcher. When Captain America asks him what happened, Watcher shows him when Thanos showed up and attacked him. Hawkeye was bothered that Thanos had to throw Watcher from the moon to send a message to the Avengers. Black Widow worries that he doesn't do anything subtle when Thanos sets a trap. En route, Hawkeye wonders why they brought Arsenal with him when Thanos is after it. Captain America claims it's a strategic risk and explains that should they fail, the Power Stone is the only thing that can stop him. Hawkeye claims that it's a bad idea when suddenly the alarms go off. They later discover that Thanos hurled a giant rock at them, damaging the ship's engine and forcing them to crash. Thanos quickly searched the wreckage and found the Power Stone, or so he thought. He was furious to find it empty when suddenly an energy cage popped up, trapping Thanos inside. The Avengers are revealed to be unharmed and safely land on the moon. Thanos was surprised that there were 2 ships, to which Captain America commended Black Widow's plan to deploy a decoy ship. Black Widow claims decoy ships and booby-trap treasures are basic in Spycraft 101. Iron Man was displeased that they had to use one of his jets as a decoy and suggested using shields next time. He then reminds Arsenal to keep his distance from Thanos, worried that he'd get his hands on the Power Stone in him. Thanos tries to break free but fails, and Falcon claims that he invented the inverse force energy cell for situations like these. He explains that the more he hits it, the stronger it gets. Thanos explains that Red Skull stole something from him and offers to spare their world in exchange for the stolen item. Iron Man rejects his offer, and Thanos claims that what happens next will be on his hands. He suddenly pulls the unsuspecting Hulk and Thor and uses them to break free from the energy prison. Thanos claims that human technology is child's play for a Titan. Iron Man quickly leads the charge but is thrown at the Watchtower. Thor furiously attacks him, but gets blown away and crashes into Hulk. Hawkeye uses the modified explosive arrow he calls the Hulk Smasher, but even it is ineffective against Thanos. Captain America asks Falcon to lift him into the air and attacks with a diving charge, but misses. Thanos grabs Captain America and throws him against Falcon, and they both fall. Arsenal flies out to check on Iron Man and wonders if it is time for him to use the Power Stone. Iron Man refuses, worried that it would blow up half the moon. Given his expression, Iron Man worries that doing so would also destroy Arsenal, and instead tells him they need a way to focus that much power. Iron Man looks around and asks the Watchers permission to use his stuff. The Avengers ganged up on Thanos, attacking him in every direction. Iron Man tells Captain America he is onto something and asks for backup, to which Cap sends Falcon, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. Iron Man explains that the telescope's crystal lenses were formed in the heart of a giant, which Arsenal could use to focus the Power Stone blast. That said, Iron Man orders Falcon to use the Watcher system to check for information on Thanos, and Hawkeye is tasked with finding something to put the crystals into, while Black Widow helps them pull the giant telescope apart. Hawkeye worries that Watcher will soon stop him if he ransacks his home, but Watcher claims he can only observe. Falcon was impressed and claimed that the Watcher's system was like an intergalactic internet. He then pulled up information on Thanos, which describes him as coming from a race of warriors called the Titans. He was surprised to discover what Thanos did to his own people, claiming that Hyperion was a pale comparison to him. Iron Man states that the Power Stone is the only firepower they'd need, and claims it is their best hope. Meanwhile, Thor confronts Thanos by himself, but gets knocked down. When Thanos tries to pick up Mjolnir, he struggles to lift it off the ground, and Thor tells him he is not worthy. Thanos claims that if he can't hit him with the hammer, he will have to hit the hammer with him. The Avengers struggle to keep Thanos busy and fail to buy enough time for Iron Man and the others. Thanos breaks down the wall, throwing Hulk and Captain America against it. He claims their planet is fucked if they're the best Earth has to offer. Thanos then stomps the ground, which shatters the floor with just the impact alone. Falcon attacks him with explosive flechettes, but Thanos jumps and knocks him to the ground. While the others keep Thanos busy, Iron Man works on the container for the Power Stone. He asks them to bring him the crystal, to which Black Widow brazenly jumps to retrieve it while Hawkeye covers her. Arsenal retrieves the second crystal and tosses it to Iron Man. Thanos was baffled that they rely the fate of the world on such fragile things. Hawkeye jumps and retrieves the last crystal when Thanos tries to smash it. With the device completed, Iron Man flies to Arsenal. When Thanos turns his attention to him, Hawkeye fires a freeze arrow while Black Widow confronts him head-on. Iron Man hands Arsenal the device, but Thanos claims their toys are meaningless to him. He was surprised when Arsenal fired a powerful blast from the Power Stone that blew him away. When they think they have defeated him, Thanos cackles and reveals himself unscathed by the attack. He claims they must have underestimated him if they thought he came to retrieve the Power Stone without a way to contain it. He quickly unveils his ace in the hole, the Infinity Gauntlet, which can contain the massive power of an Infinity Stone. Thanos quickly pulls Arsenal to him, but Iron Man refuses to give him up without a fight. He charges at Thanos, but he captures him instead, using his powers to jolt him. Arsenal's programming kicks in when he sees Iron Man in pain and jumps Thanos. The Avengers also run to his side, but Thanos sends a powerful shockwave that blows them away. Having captured Arsenal, Thanos recovers the Power Stone, which grants him immeasurable power beyond what they could imagine. He declares that having rejected his offer, he will not be sparing their world, so he flies away. Cap tells Falcon to check the Watcher's database, claiming he refuses to believe that the Power Stone has no weaknesses. Falcon confirms his suspicions and explains that it is indeed indestructible. He claims that given the energy readings he got from the Power Stone, he is surprised Earth hasn't been destroyed yet. Captain America asks him if they could destroy the Infinity Gauntlet, but Falcon claims they would need a massive amount of energy, around 10 megatons. Arsenal claims he had access to that much energy when he absorbed Grim Reaper's missile. Iron Man worries that Arsenal would not survive if he did. Captain America tries to convince him, claiming that it might not be easy, but Earth comes first. When Iron Man is still hesitant, Arsenal tells him that he was created for a single purpose: to protect him. Falcon claims it won't be easy as they'd need a live reading while the Power Stone is in use, and Iron Man suggests using Watcher's stuff from Thanos' homeworld. The Avengers catch up to Thanos, but Black Widow skillfully maneuvers the ship to dodge his attack when he tries to shoot them down. Suddenly, Hulk in a Titan suit shows up and tries to take him down, but Thanos sees through him and breaks the suit's arm off. Thor and Hawkeye in Titan suits also arrive to help him. When Hawkeye hits Thanos, he claims that those weapons did not even help the Titan army when he destroyed them. In a Titan suit, Captain America joins them, but Thanos blasts him away. Meanwhile, Falcon and the others observe the fight and gather readings on the Power Stone from the jet. Falcon then tells Arsenal to adjust his energy output to match the stone's frequency. Despite outnumbering him and in Titan suits, the Avengers don't stand a chance against Thanos. Suddenly, Arsenal and Iron Man join them on the battlefield. Iron Man tries to attack him with repulsor beams, but it doesn't break through his barrier. As the other Avengers flee from the area, Iron Man gives the signal, to which Arsenal then summons massive energy to take out Thanos. Iron Man bids him farewell, and they can only watch from a distance as Arsenal blows himself up along with Thanos. Watcher picks up Arsenal's head that gets blown away by the explosion, repeating Howard's recording about how protecting the world requires sacrifices. Later, Iron Man returns with Arsenal's head and starts rebuilding him. Falcon worries that Thanos still lives, but Iron Man claims that he isn't concerned as long as the explosion destroys the Power Stone with him. Iron Man claims he won't quit until he can bring Arsenal back. Hawkeye apologizes for telling him that Arsenal was not an Avenger, to which Iron Man responds that, hopefully, he can tell that to him in person one day. Thank you for watching. Check out these other videos, and make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to be notified about our latest videos. See you next time.